Grab the coffee and get comfy, cause The View is live. O'Reilly raises hell. Why he says he's mad at God over his sexual harassment allegations.
Yeah, I'm mad at him.
Justice for Janet. Justin Timberlake scored the Super Bowl halftime gig, but Janet's fans are not having it. Oscar nominee Gabourey Sidibe on stepping behind the camera and stepping up to online bullies. Plus,
U is for huge.
An all-star dramatic reading of Joy's new book, The Great Gas Bag, and a brand new View Your Deal Oprah edition. Let's fire up Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Meghan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
Bill O'Reilly is speaking out about his reported $32 million sexual harassment settlement. Now, he denies he did anything wrong, says this is an injustice at the highest level. Take a look.
Am I mad at God? Yeah, I'm mad at him. I wish I had more protection. I wish this stuff didn't happen. I can't explain it to you. Yeah, I'm mad at him. If I die tomorrow and I get an opportunity, I'll say, why'd you guys work me over like that?
Oh, God.
That's what you're going to say to God, Bill? Why did you work me over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is God's fault.
Yeah.
You know, he says this was a hatchet job by the New York Times and apparently God, and they don't want him to be on the air.
Can we clear one thing up really quick?
Yeah.
$32 million, which is around the same amount O.J. Simpson had to pay the Goldman family in a civil lawsuit for murdering two people. To pay that amount of money, you're a lawyer. It has to be pretty bad, correct?
It's so highly unusual. I mean, I say it on the show all the time. Rape and sexual assault, sexual harassment, the most underreported offenses in our country. 80% of women say that they have been sexually harassed on the job. 80%. So allegedly, for Bill O'Reilly to pay $32 million to Lise Wheel, that must have been some sort of activity.
Well, he says he's mad at God. Bill, God is mad at you.
The thing that jumped out at me most is when he pointed his finger and said, you know, how would anyone do this to my kids? I'm protecting them. Oh, and yet, when some of these actions happened, his kids weren't on his mind. And as a new parent, one thing that's interesting is, aside from my own integrity, I find myself jumping right away. It's almost chemical to, what would Alec think? What kind of example am I setting?
Yes.
So somehow when things like, if you guys remember the loofah scandal, the audio tape and things.
Falafel.
So there was yes.
Now there's a technique.
There was a tape.
A leaked voicemail. Yeah. There was, it was interesting phone call. So clearly his kids weren't on his mind when he was doing that or saying those things. No. So to use them now seems a bit hypocritical.
And to almost smear Lise Wheel in a sense. I mean, I know Lise. She's a former federal prosecutor, went to Harvard Law School. She is lovely. And so the fact that he paid her $32 million and now is saying this is a smear piece, I just think is incredible. And if you believe the New York Times reporting, they also say that Lise had to, in order to accept the settlement, had to get rid of all documents as well as all photographs that had to deal with anything with Bill O'Reilly in order to get the settlement. Now, the Justice Department was investigating Fox News at the time for sexual assault, sexual harassment. That that sounds like a little bit of a cover-up to me. And if I were at the Justice Department, I'd be looking for those documents.
Read the must-do.
Okay, I will read the must-do.
We must do this.
This is from Bill O'Reilly.
Okay.
Yes. Bill O'Reilly says that the $32 million figure is according to the New York Times, and O'Reilly has disputed this New York Times report as lies and smears, and 21st Century Fox claims it knew nothing about the settlement. It knew about the settlement, but not the specific terms, including the amount when it negotiated the new contract with O'Reilly, because after they found out he settled with Lee Sweal, they still offered him a 4-year contract at $25 million a year.
Wait, but that's not what he said in his thing, right? You have to read his thing.
It just says
yes,
the $32 million figure is according to the New York Times, and O'Reilly has disputed the New York Times report as lies and smears.
He also went on to talk about Eric Bolling's deceased son and sort of blame the New York Times for that, which Eric Bolling, again, I used to work with both of these men, and it's an absolute tragedy what happened to his son, and it was brought up sort of in a way to politicize this to benefit Bill O'Reilly, and to Eric Bolling's credit, he came out saying this. I worked at Fox News for a very long time. I would have liked to have been privy to the information that he had paid out $32 million to a woman while still working in the same place as someone. Whether or not Fox paid it or he paid it, that's still, I think, information women who worked at the company had a right to know. And every time there's a giant Fox scandal, I always wanted someone to say, so I'm going to say it here, the best women work at Fox, the smartest, strongest women who have been sisters to me in my life that I'm talk to every single day. Abby Huntsman, Kat Timpf, Janice Dean, Kennedy. These are Harris Faulkner, strong, independent women who are dragged into this just publicly because you're associated with it by working at Fox, and it's not fair.
That's a really good point you make. Yeah, I mean, I love the point that you make that, you know, if you are aware as an employer that someone has settled 5, 6 lawsuits against them for sexual harassment, is it your job as an employer to tell the female employees that they may be sitting next to a sexual predator?
Yeah, that is.
Well, it's certainly HR's. You know, we talk about HR all the time. Where the hell was HR?
Well, the only thing bigger than these men are the companies that are protecting them with these non-disclosure acts.
But if the claim is without merit, why pay it?
Well, yeah,
that's
$32 million.
He's protecting his children.
Yeah, baloney.
Well, you know what, Bill? Probably just take another couple of vacations for a while.
He's got enough money.
Because you can't walk out of this. You can blame it on as many people as you want, but at its core, you participated in some way. They are naming you. So don't blame God. Take a look in the mirror and say, you know what? What I did was dumb, and I shouldn't do it. I'm not doing it anymore. And then maybe God will forgive you. We'll be right back.
Still ahead, Oscar nominee Gabourey Sidibe. Then,
M is for moron.
Joy's All-Star Book Club. And a brand new View Your Deal Oprah edition.
Yesterday was Megan's birthday. We loved seeing her dad. Her dad was here yesterday. How was the rest of your day?
It was good. I actually had to do another thing for him right afterwards, so I was very tired. But thank you guys so much for your hospitality and being so kind, all of you. It was a very special. He loved you.
I was kind of crushing on him.
I feel like you crush on all dads, though, from my understanding.
The good ones. The good ones.
But thank you for your hospitality. It was wonderful.
So what else
did you get any emails from folks?
Didn't you get a call from Anna Navarro?
Yes, I hope I didn't ask permission to say this, but she sent me Anna worked on my dad's campaign. I've known her for years, and she's a lovely, fun person.
Funny.
She's here a lot.
And she
Anna
was
Navarro's on CNN right now.
She's CNN
and she takes on Trump.
She's killing it.
Yeah.
She's
check her out.
She's just a really entertaining person to know, too.
Yeah.
She loves life in a lot of different ways. But she was like, as your sister, it's time to maybe think about freezing eggs. And I was like, happy birthday to me. okay. And it's just, and then we had a conversation because you have a tendency to say that to people.
You know, I do. And I hate getting unsolicited advice, and I don't know why I'm giving that advice. I think I also told you about freezing the eggs. I gotta stop.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta stop with the freezing of the eggs.
It's from a place of love.
Yeah,
I don't take it.
Yeah, it wasn't done maliciously, but people have to stop doing that to people.
And asking them when they're gonna get pregnant. I told you, you better get pregnant again quickly. You know what it is?
You didn't say anything to me.
I didn't say anything to you or
well, you know, my eggs have been powdered since the Reagan administration, so I don't think it's appropriate for me.
It comes from a good place, though, Sonny,
well,
because you
I struggled with infertility for so many years, and I love my children so much. They're such gifts to me, and I work so hard at getting pregnant that I want everybody to experience the joy that I did.
Yes, but you have to remember how you felt when people said that to you.
I hated it.
I know you did.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
You just forget. You forget.
Years ago, when they used to say we worked so hard on getting pregnant, it meant you had sex constantly.
Yeah.
Now it's some other thing.
A lot of doctors are involved.
Something weird.
Assumption just because we have ovaries that we. What is this? Sorry, I'm touching. But that we want babies, because I'm also realizing that there's a pressure on some women that probably hate hearing that, because they're like, I feel like I'm not normal because I don't want kids and everyone else is talking about them. But like, you know, those women exist too that want other things.
Yeah. Listen, I'm super conflicted on it. And it's like the least conservative thing about me is that I really don't know about kids, and I'm 33. I'm like heading towards that age where people really start asking you. But my little sister is adopted, and my boyfriend's little sister is also adopted. And adoption for me is like, if I have kids, it's 100% happening. Yeah. And I think people sort of eliminate that maybe I don't feel societal pressure in the same way because I want to adopt if I end up choosing to have children. But
there's nothing wrong with adopting. People have all kinds of, ideas that if I adopt a child, it's not my child. You raise a child, that's your kid.
That's a
my friend is
that's your kid. I don't know why I was doing this.
I know, and I was doing this.
My sister-in-law, Helen, adopted a boy from Haiti, and my nephew is the most incredible person. I adore him. I love him dearly, and it's wonderful to see that. I mean, once you have, I think, an adoption in your family, it makes a world of difference. It opens up your eyes.
My friend Emily,
eggs less.
Well, my friend Emily, they had tried and tried and tried, and I thought this was the best attitude. She looked at her husband and she said, "What's so great about our genes? Let's adopt." And they did. And it was the most beautiful way.
Yeah. And it's also, as Barbara used to talk about this, when you choose a child to adopt, it gives you a different connection, a different bond.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think we always have to say to people, listen, not everybody can do it physically. It's like the same with breastfeeding. Now, I couldn't breastfeed. They would come in the room, I'd be like, look, nothing's happening here. It's not gonna happen, so everyone can't do everything, but what everyone can do is find the alternatives. So if you can't have a child, there's so many kids out there wanting some love.
Yeah.
Can
I very quickly say this? My sister-in-law is an OBGYN. She was of childbearing age. She went on this medical mission to an orphanage in Haiti, and she called me and she said, I need your legal expertise. I said, why? She said, I met a little boy and I'm in love. And I said, a little boy you're in love with? She was like, and I'm gonna bring him home. I met my son today.
So she did?
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yes,
See?
she did.
Come on, y'all. We know you can do it. We'll be right back. News is a favorite topic of a guy who's in the White House right now. And he usually blames CNN for 90% of it. So CNN has responded with this ad. Take a look.
This is an apple. Some people might try to tell you that it's a banana. They might scream banana, banana, banana over and over and over again. They might put banana in all caps. You might even start to believe that this is a banana. But it's not. This is an apple.
I saw that ad and I thought, this ad is on a very elementary, like second grade level, so that Trump can understand it. Because that it's a very, very simple, this is a banana, this is an apple, get it?
Yeah,
You know?
it's so rudimentary, though. I thought it was like one of those SNL jokes, and then I looked at it again, and it's real.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, but there have been times where I used to always go to CNN for like my objective news source, and there have just been times in this heated environment where I find there's just a little too much editorializing that wasn't there before.
Yeah, what's going on? Why?
Well, the problem is the people that need to know that's an apple, not a banana, are watching other networks. So don't tell me that it's an apple. I know it's an apple. Like, you know,
they're preaching to the choir.
They're preaching to the choir, and I just think it's because they're preaching to the choir, it's just a little below them.
Well, I get so upset when people say, you as a journalist, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a conservative commentator. I have a distinct bias. I'm a Republican. There's a big difference between being a commentator and being a journalist, and the lines are so blurred right now with a lot of activist journalism, and when people get very angry at me, it makes me so scared for the nature of journalism right now that people can't delineate between someone who's clearly a bias perspective versus someone who's just a strict journalist.
But some of the people, some of the people that were not biased before, that maintained a certain, they were removed, have given into it. And
have you really seen that?
Oh,
but CNN has been under siege by Trump.
Yeah, but
they're under siege, and they've declared war now,
well,
it seems.
All networks have had issues in the past 2 years, but they've had to fire 3 journalists over a story connecting Anthony Scaramucci to an investment fund, or I believe they resigned, excuse me.
Yeah.
But all networks are having this problem, and I hate the idea. I mean, I've started watching the BBC, like, to get my news, because I just sometimes want the news, and I want to know what's going on, also foreign policy-wise, around the world as well.
I remember a few years ago, no one used the L word, lie. No one used it. Now, they are calling him out. They're saying, this is a lie, this is not true, and it's a correct way to go in certain...
Is that,
otherwise, well, how
is that really an opinion? I mean, if an apple is an apple and a banana is a banana, and you call an apple a banana, isn't that a lie? And so if you have someone... See, I worked at CNN for many years, and I trust people like Anderson Cooper and Jake Tapper and Chris Cuomo and Wolf Blitzer. I trust them as journalists.
It's not the article of the lie, which I remember when that debate came out. A lie speaks to intention, not misinformation. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about eye rolls and a lot of the lower thirds and chyrons when they're almost funny. Like, they almost seem like an SNL sketch as well. That CNN has always been above that. And it's not all of them. There are some people that really have maintained a certain objectivity, but they need to remain unscathed because this time will end. And when people need to go to them to trust them, you can't play to Trump's hand. You can't give in to that.
And Sarah, you made the most valid point that this isn't going to change Red America's perspective, this ad on CNN. We'll talk about it here in the media, and I'm sure people that watch CNN like it, but there's not a lot of Republicans that are like, I'm seeing this Apple ad. Maybe I'll switch networks. That's not going to happen.
I think that the fruit imagery shows you what a fruitcake we're dealing with. Can't stop myself. I just can't stop myself. Stop it.
We'll be back.
Some of Joy's famous friends are helping her with a dramatic reading of her hilarious new book.
Why is that?
Next.
So Joy has found a creative way to work through, the current political climate. Her new book, The Great Gas Bag, an A to Z study guide to surviving you-know-who world. So, ¿por qué?
Well, I wrote it because basically I see myself as doing the Lord's work. O'Reilly's mad at God, but God and I are very tight. And so that's why I wrote it. I feel that we need a catharsis. People need to laugh. The satirists are out there. The comedians are out there. We are the philosophers in a way. We're not Plato and Aristotle, but we are saying things.
Close,
and the comedians, and Whoopi will back me up, we do not take prisoners. We say what we want, because even if we lose this job today, we can go on stage and
do
talk.
what we do.
So remember that.
Well, you also You also said the whole process was therapeutic, but we do know there was someone else that needed a little help navigating these political times. I think we have a picture.
We have a photo of Hillary reading my book, and I'm reading her book.
You know Hillary's... As Hillary reads that book, she's thinking, samesies.
Well, my book's funnier than hers, I'm just saying. She will admit that. Yes, and I also gathered up some fellow members of the resistance to help us have this catharsis for all of us. And I want to show you a dramatic reading of some of the parts of the book from some of my friends. Watch.
All right, kids, here's our reading for today. C is for cable TV. Cable television is what Donald Trump watches 24/7 instead of reading.
M is for moron. There's an actual medical scale of stupidity, and moron is not at the bottom.
N is for neo-Nazis. Not to be confused with the old original Nazis. No, these are new and improved Nazis.
U is for huge. For some odd reason, Donald Trump doesn't pronounce the H in huge. He treats it like a silent letter and instead says huge.
M is for Melania. Melania Trump is not only beautiful, but she's also a lot of firsts. She's the first lady. She's the first lady from Slovenia. She is the first lady who has a jewelry line.
Trump doesn't mispronounce the word because he's a student of etymology. He mispronounces it because he's a huge horse's ass.
The scale is based on standardized IQ testing. For example, an imbecile is smarter than an idiot, and a moron is smarter than an imbecile.
You don't see an army of skinheads and neo-Nazis at the Democratic Party events, do you? Why is that? I wonder.
So, Donald, when it comes to the stupid scale, be proud. You're a moron.
Joy's book. Visit our Facebook page by tomorrow at midnight Eastern to see how you can enter for a chance to win one of 25 copies of The Great Gas Bag.
I'm impressed you got Scaramucci to do that. Yeah,
I got to do it, yeah. And we want you to join the resistance, too, so I'm giving everyone in the audience a copy of my new book.
Oscar nominee Gabourey Sidibe on going behind the camera to expose the bias she says she still deals with every day.
Gabourey Sidibe has captivated audiences since her Oscar-nominated breakout role in Precious and her current starring role on the hit Empire. And now she's taking her talents behind the camera for her directorial debut. Please welcome the fabulous Gabourey Sidibe.
Hi. One question. You just wrote an article, though. This reminded me of a movie I've seen about a really uncomfortable situation in a high-end fashion store.
Pretty Woman?
Do you work on commission? Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Yeah.
Really? What happened?
Yeah, I think what happens is, one, I think people think I'm younger than I am, and I'm black, and I have a different body, so people discount me no matter where I go. If they don't recognize me from, like, movies, from being a star, they just assume I'm not supposed to be there. That happens in, you know, high-end stores. Not always, but it happens. Also, it happens, the worst, like, the most offensive to me is in, this is gonna sound really shishi, but first class. Like, on airplanes, it's the worst, because there's always some, like, older white man who's like, you're in the wrong line, hun. And I'm like, here's my ticket. You're on the wrong line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, don't discount me.
They really do that, don't they?
They do.
That's
and
terrible.
They're rude to white women.
Yes.
Older white men are a problem, y'all. For everyone. We're all at risk.
Maybe they're just having a fight with God, you know? So, you know, you have hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers, hundreds of thousands, and yet you have a love-hate relationship. We all do, but tell us why you do.
You guys, Twitter is so dumb. But yeah, also Twitter is so awesome. I get my news 100% from Twitter. Like, I thought as a grown-up I'd turn into one of those people that turns on the news at 10 p.m. I am not, okay?
Well, how do you know it's real news and not fake news on Twitter? You
Well,
should be
Trump
reading
will tell me.
Oh, uh-huh.
I like that.
As Joy would say, you're funny.
Yeah, she's funny.
No, you released a memoir earlier this year called This Is Just My Face. And it's full of personal stories about your life. And in the book, you write this: my beauty doesn't come from a mirror, never has, never will. Where did you get that sense of confidence and beauty? Because that's what we want all our kids to have.
I really wanted it when I was a kid, too. The odd thing about confidence, I think people think that you can just, like, get it and you're done for the rest of your life. Like, like the special man has to tell you you're pretty and you're, like, good forever. But, that's not how it works. Don't listen to these men's. But, like, I had to work and I had to build my own confidence because I had none. I wasn't a confident person until I was, like, 20. And even now, I suffer with that. Like, I had a panic attack on the way here. Of, like, literally a real-life panic attack, like, afraid of what people will say about me on Twitter, about my outfit or something. Like, that
you look beautiful.
Thank you. But I still suffer. Like, you have to work on it all the time.
I say this to everybody, don't read it. Why do you read it?
Because it's also, okay, so what's really fun, okay, the best part about Twitter is my job, Empire. Yeah. What's great is tweeting with the audience while the show is on. Yeah. Because, like, I tweet like I also watch the show, like I don't know what goes on backstage. Right. Like, and it's just really, really fun because it's catty and it's like, that's why I have to be so catty. My favorite thing is to be shady. And so that's why I have to read Twitter.
Perfect for you.
Yeah, I am the perfect Twitter customer.
But you also have a saying, MYOB, which I think is so fantastic. Mind your own body. I think that's something that I should say to myself every morning. Where did you come up with that?
I'm tired of people talking about my body. Like, this is mine, fam. Like, and it's like, it's been my body the entirety of my life. You don't get to say something about my, like, and it's like, no matter what your body is, because I have people who are, like, who've been told that they're too thin their whole life that, like, love what I say about that, or people who are tall, and somebody's like, oh, you're really tall. Like, you don't think I know I'm tall? Like, you know, like, can you just mind your own body?
Yeah, I love that. I like that.
Okay, now you are making a directorial debut with your short film called The Tale of Four. Women's media company Refinery 29, which I love, is giving women the chance to direct and tell their stories, but you turned down the project at first.
Yeah, okay, so I don't think, so I've worked with some really, really great directors. Lee Daniels, he will text me later if I don't say that.
He's texting you now.
Right now, he's yelling at me. I didn't know that I was smart enough. I didn't know that my opinions counted enough to be a director, but like all directing is just decisions. It's like, I think this wall should be red and not blue. You know, that's all it is, and I didn't believe that I was smart enough for that. But the thing about being a woman is I am genetically predispositioned to do things for other people. And one of my best friends, Kia Perry, actually came up with the idea for the film. The Tale of Four is an adaptation of a Nina Simone song called The Four Women. And she heard the song and had this vision to make a film for it. And when Refinery said, we'll give you money to make a film, I knew that I couldn't say no for her. I could say no for me. What do I care? But I couldn't say that. I couldn't say no for her. And so doing it for her allowed me to do it for me.
Yeah. Whatever works.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm really happy I did it too.
Well, I watched it. I watched it a couple days ago with my husband, and it is a short film, but I wanted more. I was like, well, it's finished? Well, I wanted to know more about the women. So what do you want people to take away from the movie?
So The Four Women is about these 4 different women. There's one, Aunt Sarah, who is raising her sister's children. Yeah. Another, Sophronia, who is mixed race, but her mother won't tell her who her father is. Another woman, Sweet Thing, who is like sleeping with a married man. And Peaches, whose son was killed by police.
Yes.
And there's no justice. And what I really want to say with the film is that, you know, we are, as black women, as women in general, but as black women, we're told to be strong black women. You don't cry. You gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and you gotta think of everything everybody else before you. And so in that narrative, we're not allowed to be soft. We're not allowed to have emotions. We're not allowed to be human. And so what I want to say with the film is you are allowed to be human. You are allowed to hurt. You are allowed to seek joy that's not from someone else. Seek it in yourself. And that's really that's what I want in my life, and that's what I want everybody to have in their life.
Wow.
At least I want more. It's designed. I want more. It's a short film, but it's designed to make you want more. So hopefully you do want more, so I can get back to directing.
Good.
Is that your new thing, directing?
I really like doing it. I like being in charge. Yeah, I'll direct all of you later.
I'm going to direct you right now. We're going to say thank you. Come back anytime. You can see Gabourey's movie on Taylor 4 on Refinery 29's website right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy.
View your deals, feeling the Oprah effect. We partnered with vendors for at least half off her latest batch of favorite things. Next.
Even better when it has the Oprah seal of approval. We partner with vendors for at least half off her new fall harvest of favorite things while supplies last. So let's get shopping with O Magazine creative director Adam Glassman.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, I love it when you're here.
It's fall. I got some great stuff for you, Sarah. You're going to go crazy for this. This is the Orbit. You're never going to lose your keys again.
We just chatted about this. Max loses his keys.
Honestly, this is amazing. You put this right onto your keychain.
Okay.
It's a Bluetooth tracker. You download a free app on your phone. So when you lose your keys, you know, like you're running around your house, like, where the hell are my keys? You just go onto this. The keys start to ring.
Oh,
it's great.
my God.
But even better, when you misplace your phone and you can't find it, you press a button on the side of this tracker and your phone starts to ring, even if it's in silent mode.
Oh my God.
Oh no, it's genius.
It's like a reverse brilliance.
Honestly, I gave this to everyone last year for Christmas. This is a perfect gift.
It's a great stocking stuffer.
Oh, it's a great stocking stuffer. The price is normally $30. Today it's going to be $15, 50% off. Really well worth it. Really well worth it. Okay. Bauble Bar, they make great jewelry. This is their top-selling necklace. This is their monogram necklace. It adds a lot of personal touch to an outfit. You can have 2 to 3 letters. You can choose a ton of colors, different chains, you name it. It's really personalized.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They also are doing these multi-strand necklaces in 10 different colors. From Bauble Bar, normally the price is $38 to $98. Today the deal is going to be $18 to $34 plus free shipping.
Oh, I love free shipping.
So that's 50% off.
I buy things I don't even need because of free shipping.
Oh, okay. This is the first time on The View from Ben's Garden. These are beautiful home accessories, all handmade. I'm going to start with these trays, which are great. They're decoupage, they're glass, handmade. They have great inspirational sayings, really fun sayings. The coasters are fantastic. Look at the cocktail napkins. I love them. They are really super fun. They're great for a party, conversation pieces, large selection.
These are
Originally,
gorgeous.
the prices are $14 to $125. Today, the deal will be $7 to $62.50. I know, funny. 50% off. So that's a great conversation starter. You're at a cocktail party.
The trouble is it starts out as fun. This is the napkins I want.
Okay, these are amazing. These are indoor gardening kits from Modern Sprout. Everyone loves these. We made these a favorite thing. They sold out, so I really suggest you stock up. You can grow herbs year-round. Basil, sage,
And the
mint,
jars are
parsley.
gorgeous.
The jars are beautiful. They come with the seeds already in there. You just add water. Within 2 months, you have a full garden. You do not need a green thumb.
Good, 'cause I
Simple,
don't have one.
easy breezy. Prices are from $20 to $54. The deal today will be $10 to $27.
Oh!
So that is a savings of 50%.
I love it. Oh, and this is one of my favorite skincare
It's one of my favorites too. Perricone MD. We
This
brought
guy
it
knows what he's
back.
doing.
He knows what he's doing. I love it. It's great for all skin types, all skin concerns. 14 different products, anti-aging, smoothing, you name it. I am crazy for the cold Plasma. I know
tried
I told
it.
you
I
about
love
it. It's great.
Yeah.
The eye cream, Cold Plasma eye cream. And I'll tell you, the Photo Plasma moisturizer has 30 SPF built right into it.
Oh, I love
It's
SPF.
really great. Originally, the prices are from $50 to $185. Today, they're going to be $25 to $92.50. 50% off. Free shipping.
Oh, there's my
Free shipping. Okay. I love anything that's really versatile. This is from a company called Rockflower Paper. It's a kimono. You can wear it 3 ways. You wear it as a
Oh, I like
kimono.
that.
You could also wear it just as a scarf around your neck. So really nice, very pretty
Suits you
and
better.
big. It does suit me. Or in the summertime, you could wear it as a sarong around your waist, over a bathing suit.
Over a
soft,
bathing suit
drapey,
with a baby.
just the right amount of print and color. Over a baby, exactly. Originally, the prices are $62. Today, they are $31, 50% off. Look how cute you are.
Look at how I'm selling these like
You are
crazy.
selling it.
A big
Yes.
thank you to Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we done?
We are done.
Oh, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to miss a deal. Okay. Thank you to Adam Glassman. The clock is ticking, people. You have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals at viewyourdeal.com. And members of the audience are going home with skincare from Careful MD and a copy of O Magazine. Have a great day and take